Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are again, Thursday, times fly. And this week we have a fantastic promotion. Okay, so I believe you guys are very excited and getting many new brand partner in. And welcome to our third part of the new series of Live Wave Business Building podcast. Last week, Ronald has gone through the uh, why LiveWave is the best choice for people to come in. Basically, because there is almost zero competition, uh, because LiveWave products are all patented, almost all patented. And we have new products in the pipeline coming in, like the Synergize, which is a supplement that can complement the effect of the patches, and also the one and only one light infused water machine, right? So it's 100% science based. And the third reason why LiveWave is the best choice to start a business is the technology is proven. There are thousands and thousands of testimonial you can actually get from YouTube, from Facebook, or even I think right now in this podcast, many of you have experienced the wonderful effect of live wave patches on us. In fact, it is a life changer. So my name is Samson. I'm your MC. So tonight's podcast is going to be how to get started and earn commission. I think this is going to be a very interesting session. All right. So without further ado, I hand the mic over to Ronald.
Thank you, Samson. It's been very exciting. Yesterday, there are many good news. Our founder, David, just hit 200 patents now, and we are also awarded the Bravo Award one more time, 2 years in a row. And also, we are moving up in ranking from number 32 up 10 spot to number 22 in the world network marketing chart. Plenty of good news. Huh? Now let's talk about. I think this is very important. I believe that almost. I use the word almost. Everyone gets got into this business. Maybe initially is not so much on building the business, but they found it so good that initially, then eventually they want to, probably start the business and maybe earn some money. So let me tell you, just a few days ago, I met up someone on TikTok, and we meet up. They were actually from another company. Okay, they say that they want to learn from me, but actually they are trying to pitch me lah. So the person told me, he says, I am not in this for money. The product is so good. The product can help a lot of people. It sounds very familiar. Most of us, many of us are also using this tagline. The product is so good. I'm doing this not for money. Don't ever say that. Unless you are very rich, then you don't need to do it for money. Everybody do this for money. You have to get it straight to your prospect that you are in it because the product is good. It can help you to make money. What's wrong with it? So please don't tell people that I'm not in it for the money unless you are very rich. All right. So now you have to ask yourself before you get started, before you even want to start putting your time and effort. You see, the beauty about the live aid business is you do not need a lot of money to start. Just a few thousand ringgit will do lah. You don't need to stock up, your inventory like any conventional business. Like you open a shop, you need to come up with some product first, then you need to put up on the shelf. So you need capital, you see, but not in our business. But because of this, because of the easy entry, it's also easy for people to give up. I don't make it, I don't make it lah. There's nothing to lose, ma. When people say I lose money in MLM business, there's no such thing, lah. Because you buy the product, you can use, ma. There's no such thing of losing money, ma. Just like you buy rice, you cook at home, you think you lose money buying rice? No, you cannot say that. Those people who say that they lose money is they cannot burn, they got involved in the money game or pyramid scheme, I would say, So you have to ask yourself, are you a go now brand partner? Go now means now I want to do it already. Are you ready? Really ready, You have to ask yourself really, because you got to put in, you got to invest. The only investment I think that you really need to put into the business is your time and effort. So question number 2, you need to ask yourself this question, very important. Are you willing to take on the responsibility of your own success? You see, many people who got involved into our business, when they don't make it, sometimes we meet friends, wow, you get so excited. Then a few years or a few months later, then you meet the same friend, the friend that asked you, hey, how is the live wave doing? I said, no lah, cannot do lah. My upline never help me lah. This lah never help me lah. Company never give support lah. They finger point everyone, but they never knew that 3 of the finger is actually pointing back themselves. It's your business. There's nothing to do with your senior upline, with the company. It depends on how much. You see, when it first started, there is nothing. When Jin Long started, there's nothing, absolutely nothing. He got to do so I actually admire, I really salute him now, If it is for me, I don't think I would be able to do that, So this is your own business, just like any other business when you first started, You cannot ask let's say you want to start a coffee shop and then you got a coffee shop next door, you ask him, hey, I want to start a coffee shop, just next door, can you help me? You think he will help you or not? You got to start everything your own. But of course, you can ask for help. But if you can't get help, it is your own. You cannot blame anybody for your failure if you don't make it, So the third question is, a lot of people say, I will do my best. You think that's a good thing? When people say, I will do my best, that means they are preparing for failing. You know why? You know why? Because a few months later, when they do not make it or when they give up, when the people ask you, hey, what happened? Oh, I already did my best. It just did not work. You see? You are giving yourself excuses for the future. You should say, I will do everything it takes to make it in Live Wave. That is determination. Okay? So what happens if you really don't make it? You are not going to go to jail for that sentence, correct or not? But that one gives you power, especially when people ask you, you should say, I am giving all it takes to make it a success in Live Wave. A success, it does not mean you must make it to SPD, People who are building it correctly, even executive director was also making good money, Samson, when he was in the executive level, which is not really difficult, you need only 50,000 volume, he is also doing quite well, So, but then the question is, you may ask, hey, I'm new lah, I know nothing about network marketing or MLM lah. So how do I get started? You attend training. And this podcast is the training. You don't have to wait. You don't have to wait for company to have training. You know what I mean? You attend training. And when we have got anything, you should attend again and again repeatedly, let's say, for example, sometimes when we ask people to go and attend a presentation, roadshow presentation, or even online those days, you ask them, you say, oh, it's the same thing, it's Ronald again, same thing, If people were to tell you it's the same thing, then you say, oh, that means you listen many times lah. So the next session, why don't I ask Ronald to invite you to go and speak? Our previous company, Samson, and every session we attend, we got to pay 20 USD, 20 ringgit, sorry, to attend. And every training is 40. Some training is even more, 100, 150. Even 600 ringgit also we got to pay, We have to attend again and again. You know why you attend again and again and again? You know why it's so important, no? You know why, Because different speaker, you may have learned something different from that speaker. And when you begin to recruit new brand partners, when the brand partner asks you, okay, saw you attending the same thing over and over again, you know what they do? They will follow you. And I think it must be important, leh. And when you go and attend training, make sure you bring along a notebook. Even though you have got nothing to jot down, also you must bring. Why? Even just for show, also you must bring. Why? To show that you are serious. Really important. Who knows? Maybe you listen something which is a tagline which is very important. You jot down. You know why I got so many stories to tell? Because I jot down. Old school lah, those days lah. There's no computer, nothing like that. But you can also use your phone if you want it. Use your tab, you jot down. But I still like this. All right. So it's very important that you have to attend training over, even the same training over and over and over again. And some of our training, like our boot camp, you need to qualify, and you must try all your, all it takes to qualify. Every year. I have been boot camp for 3 years already. Should I need to attend? Hey, I'm already a SPD. I can say no. Oh, I don't need to attend. I can give training already, but I still attend. No, I attend every year. Not only training, even overseas travel seminar, we also must attend. Because if you are, when you are actually trying your best to qualify, your people in your team will qualify. Even if you don't make it, like you're short, at least there is an increase in the sales volume, and that is the spirit you want your team to grow with you. All right, that's very important. Now, in order to expand your business, in order to earn commission, you must have business volume, right? BV. Where does the commission come from? It comes from PIB, binary, and matching. It all comes from the amount of BV you can generate. So how can you generate? You must start to sponsor people. And when you start sponsoring people, you must start to prospect. You know what's prospecting? They say first is a suspect, then prospect, then sponsoring, whatever. When you first got started, you got plenty of people to talk to because all your friends, maybe now some of your friends may have heard, but they have not signed up yet. It's okay. So, and many of us got overly excited, they just start talking about this thing, actually they're driving people away. And after a few months, some people, they got so excited, they contacted so many people, they start spamming, with the WhatsApp, with the whatever lah. They're spamming, you know what I mean? You share with so many people, and sekali next month you got no more people to spam anymore. Because why? You use all your bullets. So remember, you don't need to go all out. You need to take massive action, but you don't need to use up all your resources at one go. And make sure you start making new friends from day one. Why? Because this business is called the NFL business. NFL is not National Football League. It's no friends left business. Why? Because when you start approaching more and more of your friends, then eventually one day you see, hey, I got no more friends left. Some may have joined you, some may have rejected you, or some may sitting on the fence, still haven't decided yet. So you ran out of people. When you start running out of people, you say, this business very difficult to do lah. Why? Because you got no friend. Just like those days, those people who was in sales, lah, those days, we need to go out and see client every day. Sometimes, I remember those days when I got involved. Sam was in the pharmaceutical industry. I said, was Sam so lucky? You get pharmaceutical industry. Why? Because all the clinic all day already, you don't need to find new one. Every day, you just walk into the clinic and that's it. I was with a company called Electrolux. I got to do door to door, Electrocell. You know, every day I got to go and knock people's door. You know, it's so, knocking people, you have to be very thick skin, but it's actually a very good line to go into. Nowadays, you cannot knock on people's door anymore. All right. So prospecting is equally important as sponsoring. Now, when you start to, before you can sponsor people, so first of all is people, in my previous company or every company will tell you to have a name list. Do you have a name list? People say, no need lah, name list. Nowadays, I got a phone, I got so much contact here. It's different, no? You still got to write down. I remember those days, we were asked to write down 100 names, 200 names. You think it will work or not? We attend training, we were asked to write down there and then 100 names. Those days, no handphone. We really have to crack our head. No? Just write down the name first, not the contact number. We can think of anybody to write down. Then we go back, we strike to become fortune teller, we strike them off. This person cannot one, very negative. This person, he don't believe in health products. This person are very lazy one, You strike to write off. So I'm not going to ask you to write 100, 200 names. No use. Okay? I'm asking you to write 10 names. Can you list down 10 names? If you can, please put 111. I use Geelong Star. Type 111. Okay. Can you list 10 names? Can you think of 10 person? Let me see a show of hands. 10 person. If you can, put 111. Okay, good, huh? So who are the first 10 person that you want to list them down? First 10 is you list down 10 people who actually will love and support you. When they open their mouth, hey, I want to go into this business, will you support me? Yes, definitely. Do you have this kind of people? It could be your parents, it could be your children. Your children. Now, dad want to do something. Are you going to support me or not? How? They will ask you how. But nowadays, children will say, hey, please, be careful, don't get scammed. It could be your siblings, it could be your friends, it could be your uncle, it could be anybody, just write down 10. If you do not have this 10, then you write down 10 people who trust you, that you have trust upon. People who are also very health conscious, you can also list them down. Do you know anything new, anything about health they are interested in? Do you have this kind of people? Or the third type of people is the early adopters in the technology sector. What do I mean? People who love technology, wow, new iPhone, no, they line up overnight, you remember those days? They line up long queue to buy the new iPhone. Oh, they want to buy the first EV, early adopters. You can also approach them. Just that. Now, let me ask you. A lot of people, when I first got started, they start thinking of Eagle. Hey, I know this guy, Ronald, he have been in and out of the MLM industry for a long time, very experienced, somehow he wrote a book, if I can get him, wow, that kind of stuff, I'll be rich. You think so easy? Don't talk about me, talk about a person who is making 10,000 ringgit, just 10,000 in another company. You want to get them over? Can you guarantee that they can make at least 10,000 in life wave? You can't. Of course, I mean, you can still try. But if you are so new, please do not go. And these are all bones, difficult to bite. Go for the easy one first. Now, let's say, for example, you get 10 people who you think that you can close. You send out, you make appointment with them. First one, you close. Second one, you close. Third one, you close. How would you feel? You feel like you are at top of the world. I remember when I first started, I haven't got product yet, no, because it take at least 4 weeks to come. At that time, company not open yet. So my wife starts sending WhatsApp some of the testimony to his friends and some relative. Within 1 week, we closed 9, 9. Our commission is 700 over USD. My first pack capital came back already. Even haven't received my product yet. So in my mind, I was thinking, wow, so easy one this. So easy. Correct not? But if you go and get those difficult to close one, those you think is eager, Lao Ying, people say. First one, no, they reject you. Second one, they ask you too many questions. Third one, they think that you cannot lead him because he's too experienced. So 3 out of 3 rejection. Then you say, yeah, this business page or what cannot do one, so difficult. Correct. So you go for the easy one. You practice on the easy one, but afterward, I will teach you how to practice. All right. Then the second 10, you look for people who are looking for business. People who are in the industry like me before LifeWave. I was looking, I searched for 15 years. Couldn't find the right one. Everybody who got a new company, they got a new startup or whatsoever, they approach me. I will say, okay, I will look into it. I went to many companies and listened, but I could not find one. Previously myself and Samson got involved in another company, but after 1.5 years of trying, I find that it is not something that I want. And there are many other companies, they came and I look at them, they cannot just excite me. And normally I will tell them, because normally these are friends who invited me, and it could be my previous company downline. So I tell them, you give me one night to consider. If tonight I cannot sleep, that means I get very excited. Tomorrow I'll join you. If I can sleep soundly, sorry, no excitement. Okay? I think it's a very good way, isn't it? Yeah, I don't need to, you can use this. I find it very good. You give me one night and see tonight I can sleep or not. If I cannot sleep, then tomorrow I join you. That means I'm very excited. So you look for people who don't have no, not enough money to use every month. Okay, people who have got credit card debt, who got all this. I got plenty. I was under a KPK. I don't mind. It's not a shame. I got to pay 5,003 every month for 10 years, and I paid off everything. Even before I got LifeWave, I already paid off. But it's very painful, 10 years, it's like paying for a house, installment. People like that. But of course, the people must have still got the resiliency, the fire, to us, my fire almost burned, almost diminished. Oh, LifeWave came. Lucky still there. And people who are successful, who are success driven, people who are already in business, you can approach them because these people are business minded. Today, business is so competitive. It's so, I have met business people, in our brand partner who are big business people, I talk to them. I say, your business doing so well. Why you want to get involved in LifeWave? You know what they tell me? Wow, I tell you, business now, so much headache. The competition is so stiff. LifeWave is so simple. You see, like you, they said. And then the third type of people, you can look for people who are already successful, people who got status. Dato Sri Tan Sri also, you can go ahead, no problem. Why? Because the other day I was talking to who? To Dr. Ray from US. He came. He says that pain does not choose, does not no pain. How did he say? He said, pain do not care whether you are rich or poor. Then I add nothing. Death also do not care whether you are rich or poor. Everyone will die. Everyone will grow old. Everyone will have pain. So you can approach them. Yeah. But please do not tell people that you are doing this not because of the money lah. You have to tell them the product is so good, you know, so I'm doing good. At the same time, I'm making money. I want to be financial free. You have to tell people, and this is the greatest opportunity I found. So people who are XC level, I sponsor Dennis. Dennis used to be the public listed company director, not one company, 3 public listed company. You never know. Actually, at that time when I first got to know him, I was thinking, don't know whether he's interested or not, you know. But at that time, I was desperate to find another guy on my left, so I don't care lah. Try lah. No harm done ma. Don't want lah. Correct lah. You know, I haven't met him yet. I just invite him to Zoom. I was in corporate training. I was doing my training, you know, and I put my training online. He attended my training, so he is considered my student. So what me think of him as a good candidate, because he was already 69 years old at that time, and he still want to learn. That is a very, very good people candidate. Okay, and people who are generous. You know, after using this product, you know, there are people who after using this product, they buy a lot, no, but they're not selling, no, they give it to a friend and a relative, not God, not God. So these are the people why they are doing marketing for you. They are exposing your network for you. You know, they may attract some people in. But start with the first list of 10 first. Don't straight away jump in. The first 10 is easy to close. You don't care whether they will build the business or not. It does not matter. All you need to do is the first 10 of people will give you a lot of support. It will give you a lot of confidence. This is what you want when you first get started. And when you start placing people, please, you may ask your upline or your sponsor or your senior partner to help you to key in to enroll. But please learn for yourself. If not, every time I have to call him, no, hey, Ronald, key in for me lah. Key in for me. Initially, I did it for many people. At that time, very new, I need the PV. But when you start to learn this thing, the faster you learn how to do these simple things, the faster you will grow. Just like any other business. If you start your own business, you open a shop, don't you need to key in your system? You know, nowadays all very advanced, isn't it? You buy something, you got to key in and all those things. Now with e-invoicing, you need to do how to, you know, all these things, you know. So you have to learn. This is the basic. Please. You can ask your senior to help you once or twice. Please learn it. It is not difficult at all. There are videos you can follow. We have videos. Go to go to YouTube, Tim Sinaran channel. There's a video I've done. Learn it. All right. Now, so the most important thing is your approach. If you want to talk to your prospect or expose the business to potential builders. So today we have adopted the 3P approach by Peter No. Most of you know who is Peter No. He's from the United States. He is in the top 5 ranking of LiveWave worldwide. Okay, high income earner, and very nice, very generous guy. No, his 3P approach is first you pick. Oh, sorry, this is the old one already. I've got to change this. First is pick. The second one is no longer pre-qualified. They call it preview. All right, preview. The second one is supposed to be preview. The third one is partnership. That means you pick their interest. You pick their interest so that they are interested to know more first. Very important. That is the first line of exposure. Then when they get interested, you don't need to present. You show him a preview. It could be a video preview. It could be a face-to-face preview. It could be a one-to-one or anything like that. Then the third thing is you partner with him. You talk about how to build the business together. You know, of course, you sponsor him lah. It's called the 3P approach. Now let's talk about the first one, the pick first. Okay, so it's pick, preview, and partnership. All right. Now, most of us actually do not know how to approach people. Sometimes when we get overly excited, we just see people, we start talking already. Oh, this thing is so good, blah, 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 People not interested. How do you know he's interested? Let me give you an example. I don't know why, I was never interested in football. But I know many people are interested. Those days when I was a salesman, I do sales. Sometimes I meet customer, football season, they may be watching football. Then they talk about football. I pretend I also know football. Yeah, 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 yeah. Actually, I don't know. You know what I mean? So if you start talking to something whereby the person is not interested, the person feel very bored one, no? Very irritated one, no? You feel that, no? You know, if you're not interested, let's say, for example, you're not interested in cars. I am very interested. I start talking about cars and you know nothing about cars and you're not interested. So you feel very bored one. No? But if that person is very interested in watches, you talk to him about watches, whoa, I tell you, we can talk the whole day, isn't it? Right. So you must make the person interested first. How? Let's say, for example, this is an example. I first give you an example. Of course, this is only a hypothetical example. As you go along, you practice, you can, you just go along the same flow, like you just go along the floor, no need for me to teach you. Let's say, for example, you meet a friend. Now, this is for warm market, not cold market. Cold market is you need to get to know the person first. When you see a cold market, you can also do it, not to say it, but normally you have to do some, warm up talk first, Say you meet an old friend, say, for example, let's say David, this guy, David, I mean, David, I say, hey, David, long time no see. Hey, you look great, eh? Opening speech. Very common, isn't it? Right? Wow, you look fantastic, man. Wow, still look very fit, man. I believe you exercise regularly. Normally, this is normally. But do you know there are a lot of people, mouth, a very smelly one. 好臭 people say. You know why not? The first thing they come out, no good. You say, hey, Sam, long time no see. Hey, you put on weight, leh. Hey, you look very haggard, leh. Why people see me, I say, hey, Ronald, you look very dark, leh. I'm already very dark. Someone you need you to tell me very dark. You know? No, people don't like it. You must say, you must come up with something complimentary. Even you've got nothing to say, you just say, hey, fantastic, nice to see you, Wow, I tell you, thank God, we are still alive, man, These are good things, ma. Correct, Okay? Wow, you look great, you still look fit, What have you been doing lately? You continue like this, isn't it? You compliment first. So normally the person will compliment you back. Hey, thank you. You also look great, You know, this is correct. This is how normally you talk. So you have to wait for the first signal for you to ask the first question. What are the signal? If the person asks you, hey, what are you doing now? That is the first question. Or if the person saw you wearing one of the patch, that's why I always advise people to this is a good spot to patch. Why? Because when you meet someone, you shake their hands, and people see it, they will ask you, hey, what is it? Right now. Okay. Even stranger, you shake hands with a stranger, you just get to know them, they may ask you. So this is also a signal. When they ask you, hey, what are you doing now? Or what is this? That is the first signal. And please go straight to the point. Don't tell grandmother story. You know what? 4 years ago, I was, blah, blah, blah. And then luckily, Guan Chun called me and asked me to look into this. No need. Straight away, you ask the first question. What is the first question? Do you know what is stem cell? Or do you know anything about stem cell? Very straightforward. Do you know anything about stem cell? Do you know what is stem cell? And you let him talk. Oh, yes, I know. You know, it could be, oh, yes, I know, or I don't know. But chances is they will know. If they say, I don't know, then you explain a bit lah. No need to explain long thing lah, you know. You know, stem cell is something inside our body lah, you know, when we grow old, it become lesser, blah, 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 and all those are simple things. Then you may say, you know, then you say, yeah, I know, you know, my friend just went and did one jab now very expensive, you know, 60, 70,000, no? If the person don't know, also you can talk about this. You know, we have got one politician, H100. You know why he stays so strong? No? Because he go to Switzerland, more expensive. So these people may know about this. You let him talk. You just let him talk. Then, of course, you agree. We have, yeah, very expensive, 60,000, 60, 70,000, no? Then you, and then some more, the stem cell, you don't know from where, you know? You can talk about all these things. Okay? Then you ask the second question. Have you heard about the latest stem cell technology? First question is you wait for the signal. They want to ask, you know anything about stem cell? You know what stem cell is? Okay. Second question, after he explained what is stem cell, then you ask, have you heard about the latest stem cell technology? Chances is no. Not that I've not heard of. No. What is it? They may ask you, what is it? All right? Everyone is curious, man. They want to know when you ask a question. And then you will say that, well, that's why you have to wear one. This is the new stem cell technology, even though this is not X39, you can say lah, okay? This is the new stem cell technology. It is able to activate our own stem cell without the injection. And you say, you can use, and this is very cheap. Or this is, if you don't like the word cheap, you can use the word affordable or economical. One stem cell jab is 60, 70,000. This is only 15 ringgit. You are doing a comparison already, correct? If you don't tell them about the 60, 70,000 comparison, that even though you say 10 ringgit, also people say expensive. It's the nature of people, you know, when you try to sell them anything, introducing anything, first thing, very expensive. Compared to what? So you make a comparison first. And some more, this one is you activate your own stem cell, no, safer, no, more economical. No. So you can talk about this. Then in his mind, he's thinking, oh yeah, bo, really? Don't bluff me, you know. Is this a scam, you know, in their mind? Then people who are very close to you may say, really, you know, some people may, I know, in the early days, I approached one guy, also one classmate, you know, he's in US, Marcus, Sam. You know, he said, no, you be careful, no, don't get scammed, no, he says. You know what I mean? So then if they what, then you say that you take out your phone, you see it for yourself. Those of you who have got this QR code you have taken from me before, you can ask him to scan this QR code. You can ask him to scan this. Okay. If he doesn't, if you do not have this QR code, you ask him to go to IWTKM. Write this down. IWTKM.com. What does it mean? I want to know more.com. But it's only the abbreviation. IWTKM.com. It goes to the same landing page. And this is I will show you the landing page afterwards. Okay. Now, if the person now do not use your phone and key in and show him. No. He has to take out his phone, scan it, and he has to take a look. And when you are there, you watch together with him the video, 2 minutes only. At least scroll through a little bit. If he is interested after watching it, you may ask the third question. This is the third question. Well, you think this product can sell or not? You think this product can make money or not? You think this product market big or not? You ask him question like this to trigger his business sense. Who knows? He may be looking for a business. Correct? All right. Now, then if you say, wow, if this work, then the market is big. Wow, wow, we'll be rich. Wow, you got a brand partner. Correct? Now, okay, this is very, very important. Now, if he says that, wow, this is fantastic, I want to know more. If he says he wants to know more, how's the marketing plan? Some people very fast, some people who are networker, they want to know money. Now, that's why it's very important that you know how to present the business, especially the content. Very important. If you don't know, then you got to invite him to meet with one of your senior, your mentor, or an online, again, meet up again to present again. But if you know, then you can present there and then. But ask permission first. Another mistake is many people straight away, they come up, they start talking, you don't know how much time he have. So you ask him first. Oh, you want to know? Do you have half an hour? I need half an hour. You say, I need half an hour. If he is interested, you talk for 2 hours, he won't go away. I remember I went to Penang. Someone brought a doctor. Gary brought a doctor. The doctor first asked me, how long this take? I say half an hour. Half an hour means half an hour you can leave. This is what I mean. I said half an hour. But he sat there for 2 hours, because he find it very interesting, the product and things like that. So that's why it's very important to ask permission first. All right. And this is the landing page. So it will go to the English page first. The English video is a new video. Our new video is very professionally done. It's like cinematic. It's like movie. The Malay and the Chinese version is still the previous video. No choice. Okay. So you can ask him to take a look. But if he is interested, after the preview, if you know how to present, you are actually showing him the preview. Then comes to the partnership, to sign up. And when he sign up, make it as simple as possible. No protocol. Recommend these two products as what David recommended. X39 is for regeneration. Aeon patch is for reduced inflammation and oxidative stress. These two combination works very well. Just these two. If he buys a core pack, 2X39, 2 yuan. Buy an advanced pack, 4X39, 4 yuan. Unless he wants a lot of product. There are some people who say, wow, this is so good, I want a whole family to use. Then you recommend the premium. If not, do not recommend him the premium. After he finished this product, if he's a business builder, don't upgrade to premium. Ask him to buy maintenance pack. 6 months, 110, must be 110, not 55, because he is a business builder. 55 BB is only meant for people who are maybe one day they want to build a business, but not ready yet. People who are ready from day one is 110. All right. So if you can teach people to duplicate this way, it is so simple, when your network grows big, you know how the residual income come? The residual incomes come from repetition of product. So maintenance pack is repetition. When the system refreshes Monday afternoon, pop, straight away you see 1,000 USD, 2,000 USD. Oh, happiness, man. Correct now. This is what we want. We want long-term residual income. Residual income means that the income that you build now, it will come for years and years to come, not one time. We don't want you to pump, spike up. One time you make a big income, after that you drop back. You only got name, no use. Okay? You know, what's the point of being a PD, presidential director, or SPD, whereby your income is not even a manager? You can't even max up manager. Correct? You don't feel good because you only got a name. You know, but plus for to some people it's also important lah. You know, some people they just happen to, you know, they haven't got the other side yet. You know, I remember the second year, in fact 9 months, after 9 months I become a PD, but after that I dropped back to manager, even manager, no, but title is still PD ma. But actually I don't feel good. But the third year I find 3 builders on my left, the income comes back, bomb. And when I reach SPD, I have been SPD since, never dropped back before. It's, I tell you, it's sustainable. It's growing every year, I tell you. And this is the kind of business we want you to build, which I will go in depth next week. How to build a sustainable business in LifeWave. All right. Now, whatever business, especially our business, the MLM business, you will face with plenty of rejection and objection. Okay. Somebody asked me a question the other day in the office. So this is how I reply them. How many you think you need to sponsor before you can get 2 builders? You need 2 builders, isn't it? One left, one right, at least. I said, I don't know. I cannot tell you. Assuming lah, if this is fixed, if you can sponsor 100 people, you will find at least 2 builders. Would you go all out and sponsor the 100 person? Okay. It could be your 99 and 100, then only the last 2 only will get the builders. No. You will sponsor as many people as possible, right? But you don't know. You don't know when you are. So you got to go on and go on. People who reject you, people who say no to you means what? No means not now. No never means forever. Not now. Timing is just not right. You move on to the next one. Don't take it personal. It's the law of averages. This is a number game. The more people you sponsor, the higher chances of you making it. That's it. In fact, in any business for that matter, you need to do recruiting. If you are doing your own business, you need to recruit staff. It is also recruiting, right? You want to expand, you need to recruit salespeople, and you need to pay them. You know. So basically, you ask me lah, rejection or objection or whatsoever. Basically, it's just these 3 lah. Number 1 is emotional. They feel that, you know, maybe I cannot do it lah. If I do this, what will people think? You know, those days like you do MLM, what will people think? You know, but today no more. Malaysia very mature. Many people are doing MLM, even big business people. You know, people who are actually very successful in their own field, they are also doing MLM now. Time constraint. Some people who are very constrained, they are, you know, tied up with a family or they are working. I tell you, people who wants the business, okay, the obstacle will be their motivation. Now, let me give you an example. If you are if you are married and you got a ailing husband, that means husband is in critical illness. You got to take care of him, and you got to take care of 7 children. Do you think you got time to build a business? You'll be very busy, isn't it? 7 children, and husband cannot work, and you need income. And you are in a country whereby there's no LifeWave office. You think can build? Huh? There is one Malaysian migrated to Australia. She is an SPD, not just an ordinary SPD. She's an elite SPD. She represents Australia, of course. Her name is Joyce. She qualified 3 elite incentive trip before Costa Rica, Bora Bora, and another one more. And she built the business right from her home. She found a way to do it through social media. She can do it, you can do it. Financial constraint. People say, I want to build this business, but I got no money to start. That is actually, I tell you, a very lame excuse. You know how I started when I first started the business? Because if I know if I want to do this business, I need to put in time. I want to do it fast, so I go full time. And I need money to survive. I borrowed 20,000 from my mother. Actually, I borrowed from her a long time ago. I was about to give to, to bayar balik lah. Then Live Wave came. Then I told her, I said, okay lah, I take back, I use first. You see? You can, I'm not saying that you need so much money lah, but for me, I think uh, since I am going to return back to her, then she says that never mind lah, I can use the money first. So I take and roll first lah. But actually, to start off this money, you can start off with a call pack first. How much is the call? How much is the call? 1,000 plus, right? You tell me what business can you start with 1,000 plus? Then you can upgrade later on. You can stretch the value. You don't need to buy a premium pack to start. No need. Then you start sponsoring people, Like now, this week is the best time. You sponsor one at 175 plus 75 is double. All right. So before I end, there are certain habits you need to develop in our business, in any other business. Okay. Very important for you to use product. There are people who doesn't use product every day. Uh, the more product you use, actually, you will become more confident with the product. Because if you don't wear the product, when people ask you, you're not wearing, you know what I mean? So it's I always ask people, you can patch Eon here or you can patch X39 here. But if you don't want to patch here, you can use the old one, the used one to patch here to show people. Okay. And of course, you have to do a lot of reading. I know nowadays people are very lazy to read. Me too. I bought a lot of books also. Now, most of the books also I never finished. I just, sometimes I just find interesting. I just read the part. It can be anything. It can be something online. Please go and feed your mind with positive stuff. Positive stuff. Okay. Listen to Life Wave. Listen to David. You know how I sponsored Sam? It took me 1 year. He rejected me. So in the end, I told him, I said, okay, never mind. You don't join me, never mind. But I know this is good. I will send you video of David. Just promise me one thing. Listen to David. That's it. So I think he listened now. If not, after 1 year, he come back, he said, I want to build a business. So I asked David to convince him for me. So you have to listen, because the more you listen, the more knowledgeable you will have, you see. And participate in all event, if possible, all event. Never, never, never miss. But sometimes some of the events that you need to qualify, if you cannot qualify, too bad lah. Some events that you need, you need to pay a small fee, or maybe you need your time to participate. Go and participate. Support the event, even though you have listened 1,000 times. Very, very important. Now, let me ask you a very sincere question. Do you always see my face around? In all the important events, I'm there. I have never, I would say I will never try to miss any event. I will try to be there lah, like recently the Johor event also I went. The Singapore I didn't go lah, okay? And you have to share product and share the business every day lah. But you must know how to share lah. Share, like just now the 3P method. I think is very good at the approach lah. And you have to expand your social circle lah. get to know more friends, okay? And some people are very innovative. They got no more contact. They go and join things like BNI. I think there are quite many lah. You can join. You can join maybe around your place. Maybe you've got a community service kind of you can join them. Do some good, or maybe you can join some and enroll some classes. Yoga. Meditation or whatever. Meet some new people, okay, and contact your senior partners. You don't need to contact all. We got a line of senior partner, right? You don't have. Contact the person you think the person can help you or the person can influence you. There's a saying that says you are as good as the 5 friends that you always mingle with. If the 5 friends that you're always with always drink, you become a drinker. That's how we become a drinker, lah. Okay. If you mix now with the 5 friends who smoke, so you become a smoker. I was smoking. Sam was smoking when we were young. I mean, I quit 20 over years already, you see. So if you mix around with the right kind of people, then you will be influenced. If you mix with losers, you will be a loser. If you mix with positive people who are more successful, it will, even though you may not experience, just like me, I never knew that I can only make it at the age of 60s, above 60s. Maybe that is my Chinese called meng sui lah, I'm fated lah that I can only achieve big success only after 60s lah. But still never too late. But you have to prepare yourself first. Do you know that when you become positive, when you want to be successful, and when you tell your friends will feel very uncomfortable, no? Really, really. Because it's like a threat to them, no? They is going to lose a friend, no? Because you are going to be, the mindset is higher. It's different. Either you can influence them or they influence you back. A lot of people, they try to quit smoking. After a few months, they smoke back. Why? Because they mingle with the same group of smokers, ma. Correct or not? People who likes to gamble, they want to quit, after some time they gamble again. Why? Because they never leave the group of friends, ma. They still mix around with them, ma. So it's very important. All right. So with this, thank you very much for this session. So next week we have another session. We are going to talk about how to build a strong and sustainable live weight business. So with this, I would like to pass back to Samson. If you've got any question, you can ask us. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ronald. Thank you, Ronald, for tonight's sessions. Okay, open up for Q&A. Anybody have anything to share or any question you want to ask? No? I share something lah. I just heard like what Ronald says, I like to listen to David Smith. Each time when he has a new recording posted on YouTube channel, I always follow him. And he says something, when you are in this business, always feel good that when you are helping people, right? When you help people, you will be rewarded. Feel good about that. But don't take it the other way around that you feel good because you sell some product to somebody. No, he said don't have that kind of, you have to think it the other way around. You must feel good that you are helping people getting themselves out of misery, pain, or whatever. And by helping them, you get rewarded. How nice, right? And he also mentioned something that since now everybody is talking about AI, right? AI is going to storm the whole world, and people will be out of job. And IBM, he actually says that one of his friend who has been with IBM for more than 40 years are laid off. In fact, IBM have laid off 6,000 over people recently and replacing them with AI and robotic. So the potential when these people are laid off, they need to find ways or need to find jobs. In fact, LiveWave offer them a very good opportunity. So this is something that, it reminds me, yeah, we are talking about AI getting very popular and helping people, but we forgot that people are being hurt by AI, you know. So this is something that very interesting.
Yeah, very true. In fact, it's also an opportunity for us to, because people, when they get laid off, they need to do something, you see, instead of going back into employment. So you can offer them this, who knows, you know. So I believe that there are more and more people looking for opportunity. All you need to do is to reach out for them. We don't know who, you know. So like what I said, the more people that you sponsor, the higher chances of you making it. You only need two good ones, one left, one right. That's it. That's the beauty of a binary plan. Of course, you can have more than that because we also calculate in uni level. You see, we have got, it's a hybrid plan. Okay. So
Right.
for that part, I will talk maybe a bit more next week on how to build a strong and sustainable business. Okay. The first part is your approach to recruit people, which is the first part. Everybody have to earn PIB first. There's no such thing you want to skip. I don't want PIB. I only want binary and matching. So you will make PIB first. After the PIB, then only your binary. Then after that, when you start to build more and more leaders in your team, then you will also earn the matching. All right. This is how it works lah. And we have already we're going into full gear now. I think they are trying to hit $1 billion this year because last year we are doing about 555 million. If we don't hit it this year, also next year, we will definitely hit it. And Indonesia office is opening, and many of us are going over next month they are opening on the 25th. I will also be going there. If you've got friends, you have got relatives in Indonesia, please get in touch with them first. Because Indonesia have got a big population and you'll be surprised. Of course, you have to look positive. Some people say, Indonesia, why are people very poor? But there are also plenty of rich Indonesian. Okay. And the beauty about Indonesian market is you only need to speak one language, not like Malaysia. All right. So if you get the right people, I tell you, Indonesia can be very financially rewarding. All right. So any question? Actually, we want to make this second half to be more of a Q&A or dialogue session. Because I went to attend Peter's session, I find it very good. It's because those are Americans lah. They open their video and they ask question and they interact. Like it's more like a conversation lah. So maybe Malaysia, our team here, we need a bit more time now, but feel free to ask question. If you don't want to ask, you can type on the chat box. Anything you want to ask, anything for that matter about the business. No, nothing on the product. Okay. We especially want to make this a business building podcast session. All right. So any question? No question. Malaysian are very shy.
I want to add one thing, like what Samson said just now regarding, the layoff and all. As we can see, like a lot of companies are also laying off like these days, right? So the beauty of network marketing is basically you won't get affected by that lah. If you're able to find, that two good person that Ronald mentioned, So that's the beauty of it, lah. That's what I, suddenly thought about.
And the best thing is with LiveWave, with the technology coming, is so exciting.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a light infused water? When I heard that a light infused water, is like, wow, how can that be possible? And like Ronald says, David Smith already have 7 years product plan for us. So it's a fantastic company that we are in.
Correct. And the best part is our founder have got 200 patents. You could tell me which company, even the top 10 companies in the world do not have a founder that have got so many patents. So that's why the DSN president says that LiveWave is the darling of the industry. We are moving very fast, and because of this, we have to, be very careful of what we say, lah.
In
All
fact, the
right.
200 patent that has been awarded to, achieved by David, it actually make him one of the most inventive mind of this planet. So will be recognized later with more recognition, I believe so. So
Yeah,
if there's one question, where is the LiveWave office at Indonesia? When
no,
again?
I'm trying to search.
Ah, the opening date is
On the 25th of April. Okay, you can go to Facebook, you type LiveWave Corporate Indonesia. I can also paste the address here if you want to copy. Okay. It's there. You can go to LiveWave Corporate Facebook page in Indonesia. It's already there. It's in I don't know where's the place. How the patch impact the invention? How the patch impact the invention? What does it mean? The invention, of course, is David Smith invention. Of course, he have got the how he come up with this idea was actually nobody knows. It all started when he was asked to participate in the military project that's how the idea came but actually it was first came up with the DSC coil. Remember, Sam? It was
Yeah,
a
double
big
helix.
thing. The DSC coil he first invented. I think it's more like maybe because he's a big fan of Iron Man. I think a lot of creative ideas come from Iron Man. I think from a big DSC coil to a small patch. Of course, I think he have got more than this lah. Because out of the 200 patent I think 70 over are in the field of science, especially on stem cell research lah. Okay. But the 200 patents, I don't think you can because he only show those patents that is used in the LiveWave the product. Okay, you can actually look at the patents. You can go to the website, the patents that is used in our manufacturing our product. Okay, like X39 lah, the light technology is all in is there, all the numbers. Actually, you can go Google. In fact, Jin Long, if you go to his office, he have got all the patent printed out. Okay, only those that is used. He got still a lot of patent which is still not used yet. Maybe in the future, future product. That's why he says that he has got 7 years of product lined up to be launched. So if you start building the business now, when the big ticket item comes, you know, big ticket items, like, maybe our water system, is light infused water. It's not ordinary water filtration, it's different, okay. When those big ticket item comes, you can see a surge in the business volume. When there's a surge in the business volume, what does it mean? It means your pocket is going to become thicker,
Bigger.
bigger. You need a bigger, deeper pocket. All right. For the
Simas.
Indonesian office opening, prospect allowed to attend, you got to register lah. You got to register. You can go to LiveWave Corporate, the Facebook page, and ask them how to register. You need to register because the seats are limited. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Any more question? No more question, then we will say good night. All right. And we will see you again next week. Thank you very much.